child's pose. So we're gonna spread your knees wide to the outer edge of your mat. You're gonna hinge forward at your waist and you're gonna reach all the way forward, resting your forehead on the mat. We're gonna pause in this position for the next few moments of class. Just concentrating on the breath, moving in and out of your body. Sinking into your heels, stretching forward with your fingers, and really just becoming present on the mat. For the next 60 minutes, just enjoy, just savor the stillness. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, let's walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Your left hand rests on top of your right. As you sink your hips into your heels, you're going to get that beautiful stretch on the left side body. Then we'll go ahead and walk your hands through center to the other side, placing your right hand on top of your left. And getting that whole other side of your body, the right side. Let's walk your hands back to center. Go ahead and bend your elbows, place your hands together behind the nape of your neck and press down through your armpits. Wakening up the triceps this morning. And then we'll go ahead and release. Take a nice deep breath in. On your next exhale, roll toes over, bring hips high, come into downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, your palms are about shoulder width distance apart, your feet are about hip width distance apart. And your back is nice and flat. We're going to take a big breath in. On the exhale, I want you to press your torso back towards your thighs. And then lower your heels to the mat. As you do so, lift your toes from the mat and enjoy that beautiful stretch in the calves and in the hamstrings. And then go ahead and release the toes to the floor. Big pedals through those knees. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. Come into ragdoll. With ragdoll, we interlace our elbows at the interlace our arms at the elbow creases, and we just allow the head and the neck to hang down with gravity. And maybe sway back and forth at your hips. Enjoying this side body stretch. Getting some space in between your vertebrae. Relax your face. On your next exhale, lower the arms down. Let's roll up nice and slow, one vertebra at a time, all the way to standing, reaching hands up overhead. Take a beautiful big breath in. Exhale, open the heart this morning, gaze up, squeeze the shoulder blades behind, and then reach back behind you and get a shoulder opener this morning. Some of you are more flexible back there. This is about as good as I can do. Some people can do interlacing their hands, interlacing their fingers, getting their hands really close together. So as we're here, we're opening up the shoulders. Let's bring the chin towards the chest. And then once your chin is by your chest, let's move the head over to the right side. And down through center to the other side. Back and forth one more time, just releasing any tension you brought onto the mat today. Let that go. Bring your chin back to center, hands way up high. Nice deep breath in. Let's take a little side bend this morning, reaching up and over, lengthening out the spine. Reach all the way up and over and Come on to the other side. Good. At the top, opening the heart to the sky again. Now releasing the hands down. Come to the side of your mat if you're not already there. Bring your hands up again. On your exhale, come into forward fold, melting down and walking out into your downward facing dog. So begin to pedal down through those heels. Beautiful. We're going to run through some sun salutation A. Waking our body up. No rush, not going anywhere for the next hour or so. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, floater step to the top of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen out the spine, crown of the head to the side. Exhale, forward fold. Plant palms, step back into tabletop. And from tabletop, we're going to come down through our hips to the belly. And inhale up for cobra. Keeping the elbows in, we're going to really just peel the torso up. Good. Exhale down. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, lengthen up. Good. Let's bring it down. Now let's come up through tabletop into downward facing dog. Begin to pedal down through your heels. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. One more time. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, floater step, top of your mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant palms, step back to that tabletop. Bring your arms out just a little bit so your knees are back a little bit farther than a normal tabletop. Bring it down all the way to the mat. Good. Forehead rests. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, peel up into cobra, keeping your elbows in. Bring it down on the exhale. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale, peel that torso off. Exhale, melt it down. Roll up through your tabletop into your downward facing dog. Pedal down through those heels. Beautiful warm up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a beautiful big breath in. Audible exhale out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale out. This time, bring the left foot to the center of the mat. Bring your right leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. Opening up the hip here by bending the knees. Now squaring shoulders forward. Go ahead and take a moment to rotate at the ankle. Beautiful. Exhale through knee to nose squeeze. Engaging the core this morning. One more time. Three-legged dog. Your front leg is about a 90-degree angle. On your next exhale, we're going to peel up off that into a standing low lunge, I guess you can call it. On your next inhale breath, reaching up, beautiful. Lengthen the spine this morning. Interlace your grip. On your next exhale, melt back into a little tiny back bend. Good. Vertical twist on the way up. Left arm forward, right hand back. Gaze is behind you. Good. Next, we're going to plant this left hand down, peel that back foot off, knee off, and come into dragonfly. Opening up the heart to the sky. Beautiful. Exhale into downward facing dog. Drag that right leg back to meet the left. Pedal down through those heels. Engaging your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. audible exhale out. Move that right foot to the center of the mat. On your next inhale, left leg rises to the sky, opening the hip by bending the knee. Again, squaring the shoulders forward. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, hinging forward to fire up that belly this morning. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Beautiful. Now we're on the other side. Dropping that back knee. On your next inhale, let's just go ahead and reach up those arms. Beautiful back bend here, just a tiny bit. Lifting out of the waistline, not dumping into the low back. Good. On your exhale, come into vertical twist. This time, left hand behind you, right hand forward. Pressing those hands as far apart as you can get them. On your next exhale, plant your right hand down. Option, always an option to leave that back knee on the mat, but we're going to raise it up here and then coming into dragonfly. Shining the heart to the sky. Take a beautiful big breath in. Exhale, planting that left hand, dragging your foot back. Meet me in downward facing dog. Pedal down through those heels. Nice deep breath in. Hello, bird. Yeah, hi. Just a bird saying hi. That's awesome. Take a nice deep breath in again. Exhale it all out. All right, this time, left foot to the center of your mat. Again, bring that right leg up to the sky. On your exhale, we're going to bring it into runner's lunge. So your right foot is on the outer edge of your mat, and you're just going to melt down into it, right? So your right leg is at that 90-degree angle. So if your knee is beyond your heel, I want you to back it up, and you're just going to place your hands on the inside of your foot, okay? So I didn't bring my blocks out today, but blocks are a great option to rest your forearms on because we're going to come on down. Now, as we're going down into this stretch, we're going onto the knife edge side of your right foot. Just allow that to happen so you can open up that hip by moving your knee out. So we're going to go ahead and stay in this posture. We're going to start the timer. We're going to take 3 minutes, guys. Yeah. So let's go ahead and start that right now. So as I was mentioning at the beginning of class, this is where we really start to think about the 3 tenets of Yin Yoga. Meeting your edge, giving it time, in this case 3 minutes, and trying not to move, trying to stay very still and just breathe. Inhale, imagine yourself lengthening. And on the exhale, imagine yourself going deeper. In fact, don't just imagine, try to go deeper. On each inhale, lengthen. On each exhale, go deeper. Halfway there. So check out where your flexibility is. Maybe you started the stretch in a higher up position. Maybe your connective tissue is releasing around the muscles and the joints. Maybe you're able to get a little deeper. But wherever you are in your postures today, just honor that. Honor that space. Breathe through it. And just know that every single time you show up on your mat, your body's going to act a little different. It's not always going to be the same every single day. Just give yourself some grace as you're doing these postures. And if you do that, you're more likely to keep going, keep doing these practices. Staying positive. 30 seconds. Let's slowly come up to our palms, and then we're going to toe heel this right foot over towards the left of the mat, left side of the mat, and we're going to come down into half pigeon. So guys, as I'm cueing you, you're noticing it's all backwards. That's just the way it is when I'm recording. So when I say right leg, really you're seeing my left leg. So just be aware of that. Okay, so now we're in half pigeon. So a lot of you are familiar with half pigeon. If this is not accessible, I want you to come onto your back and do a very similar stretch by coming into figure 4, right? So grabbing your shin or the back of your leg and pulling it in. That's the modification for half pigeon. So go ahead and use your back leg to get yourself in a position on an inhale breath, lengthening up the crown of the head towards the sky. And then exhale, melting forward into your half pigeon. We're gonna go for 2 minutes here. Just breathe. Send the breath to the tightening. We have about 1 more minute to go. Seconds. All right, beautiful yogis, gently peel yourself off the mat and then come into downward facing dog. But you'll notice this is really tight, so just take your time and slowly pedal down through your heels. All right, we're gonna work it on into the left side now. Take a nice deep breath in. Move your right foot to the center of your mat. On your next inhale breath, bring your left leg to the sky. On an exhale, move it all the way up to the outer edge of your left side of your mat. And come into runner's lunge, left side. So the same thing here, stacking blocks if you need it, resting the forearms on blocks. Allowing the foot to open up to the knife edge side, and then just enjoy this, breathe. sure it's about a 90-degree angle, and that the knee is not beyond the heel. We're at the 1 minute mark. We have 2 more minutes to go. Don't forget to breathe nice and deep, yogis. Keep that breath moving nice and slow, in and out. Keeping that mantra in mind. With each inhale, you lengthen. With each exhale, you can go deeper. About 45 seconds left. Gently come on up to the palms. Toe heel your left foot over to the right side of your mat. And then gently come down into your half pigeon. So and on your next inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, melt forward. Walk your hands forward. Come all the way into your half pigeon for 2 minutes starting now. We have 1 more minute to go. Nice deep breath in and out. Left hip should be feeling really good. 20 seconds. All right, gently come on up. Whew. Let's go ahead and find your way into your downward facing dog. Again, taking your time, nice and slow here. Beautiful. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and take a big breath in, pressing the torso back, elongating the spine. All right, we're gonna move into the upper body. So come on into a high plank and then drop to your knees and then drop down to your belly. Okay, we're gonna find our way into Sphinx pose. So a Sphinx pose is placing your arms in front of you and you're creating the number 11 in front of you basically. So there's quite a few ways to do this. So you'll notice if my shoulders are right above my elbows here, I have a pretty big angle in my back. So if you are someone who's kind of got a tweaky back or it just does not feel good, you can adjust the angle of your back by bringing your arms forward. So whatever feels good, okay? Now, making sure once we do that, that the back body is completely relaxed. So just relax your legs, your glutes, everything behind you, just relax. Unless you have a low back injury, then I'd like you to place a pillow or a block in between your upper thighs and squeeze so you can protect your low back. All right, and the last thing to remember in this posture is to lift your ears out of your shoulders. It's not a shrug, it's lifting up, and then the gaze is about 2 feet and down in front. Nice long neck behind you. I've been talking all the way through this, so we have about 30 seconds left. We're gonna do each of these Sphinx. We're gonna do a series of these. We're gonna do them for 1 minute at a time. Probably in it while I was talking, so that's our minute. Let's go ahead and move into our next posture. It's called broken wing. We're going to start with our left arm out perpendicular to our body. Now I keep saying left and right, you're right. Let's go ahead and come into broken wing. So to do that, we press the earth away with this opposite hand, roll onto the shoulder, bending that right knee, and placing your leg behind your resting leg. So you're bending the knee. We're gonna hold that position for 2 minutes, starting right now. So this is a huge heart opener. Really trains us to keep our shoulders back and stand up straight. Rest your head on the floor. So a couple things to keep in mind. I'm going to come out of it, keep going. When you're doing this, you're going to cut off a little bit of the circulation in your arm, maybe. And if you do that, you're going to feel a little tingling here. That's completely normal. What isn't normal is pain. So if this is something that's just not working for you, you can adjust your arm down a little bit, see if that works a little easier, or you don't even have to do this. All right, so we have 1 more minute. All right, we're gonna slowly come out back into our Sphinx posture where we were before for 1 minute in Sphinx. Time starts now. Let's go ahead and come on down. We have broken wing on the other side, so we're using this opposite hand, placing it palm down, and then just rolling onto that shoulder. Again, letting your head rest on the floor. Go ahead, and we will have 2 minutes right here. Starting now. Well, yeah, now. So yeah, you might notice a little difference in the flexibility from one side to the other. It's completely normal. Nice steady breath. One more minute. Gently come back to the belly. One last round of Sphinx. And I tell my students this round is whatever you want to do. If you want to just do what you were doing before, you can also take it into a more extreme version. That feels really good. Or you can take it into making your body into the letter Y, which is called seal pose. So time starts right now. Usually only do this for a little bit and then come on down to the seal. Again, lifting your ears out of your shoulders. Gazes down. 30 seconds left. Awesome. Let's slowly come on down. And then we're going to back it up into tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to bring our hips to our heels and ultimately coming into embryo pose. So keeping the knees together, sitting on the heels, palms face the sky. Just imagine your shoulder blades melting open behind you. And just enjoy that release in the low back, the shoulders. A little pause in between. Awesome. All right, let's slowly peel yourself up to a seat. So you'll notice you're already on your knees. Whatever you're sitting on, you can sit on a bolster, you can sit on blocks, you can just sit on the floor, the booty. let's take some shoulder rolls while we're here. We just want to have a long spine and reach the crown of your head to the sky. Now we're going to move on to working into the neck. So on an inhale breath, bring your arms up over the head, really extending up. And then exhale, bring your hands to one side in a prayer posture, one side of your body here on your hips. Shoulders are back. Take a sip of air in, and on your next exhale, I want you to move your ear over towards your right shoulder. Your hands on your right hip. Move your head towards your right shoulder, and keep your shoulders back. And you're going to feel that beautiful stretch in the left side. Now, option to stay here, or you can begin to move your head forward. And as you do so, notice how that starts to feel like a little bit of a massage. Moving the head forward and back. It's kind of a little self-massage in between the shoulder blade and the spine. In this posture, never, never, never jerk your head up without the use of your hand. Your head is about 15 pounds, and you're just in this wacky position right here. To jerk your head up, you risk injuring your neck. So let's give it a couple more breaths here. All right, with your right hand, place it on your right ear and slowly move it up to center. Nice. On an inhale, bring your hands up. Big breath. Exhale, opposite side. Shoulders back, crown of head high. Take a breath in. Exhale, melt into the other side. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and move the head forward and back if you want. Getting into that massage on the right side. Couple more breaths here. All right, left ear has the left hand. Gently move the head up to center. Both hands up over the head, reach high to the sky. And then exhale down to tabletop. Let's run in some cat-cows here. Usually we run through those at the beginning, but let's just go ahead and do that. Let's move into a cow first. A cat. Arching the spine. On an inhale, bring it into cow. Sinking the belly down. A couple more just like that. Just really sinking the breath to movement at your own pace. After 3 or 4 of these, we're going to move on into our next posture. So if you have water, it's a great time to take some water. Our next posture is probably the most intense we're going to do today. Maybe not. Maybe you won't think it's that bad. But I don't have my discs or my little sliders that I use at the fitness center. But what I do have is my mat. And I'm going to roll my mat up to just create extra padding. So this posture is called prone frog. So you start in a wide tabletop. You're keeping your shin bones parallel to one another, and then you're just coming down as far as you can, resting on your forearms. Okay, guys, this one is intense. To decrease the intensity, you can come forward on your forearms. To increase the intensity, you move back. So let's go ahead and, guys, we have 4 minutes in this thing, so enjoy. Time starts now. One thing I should note is that you can definitely come out of this at any time, as if you're really paying attention to me to tell you to come out. I mean, you guys know you can come out at any time, but if it starts to hurt, that's the key. You don't want that to happen. If it's starting to hurt you, I want you to come out immediately. I am doing this for 4 minutes. I'm going to let you know when each minute is up. In fact, we're into it 1 minute now. You can choose to come out at whatever minute. I used to just have people do this for 3 minutes, and now we moved it up to 4. So it's just a progression. And if you come out of it, you army crawl forward, you drop to your belly, bring the legs together, and then rest in embryo pose. At the 2 minute mark, minutes. You can come out at any time. Just reminding you. I know you want to keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Nice and deep. We're already down to 30 seconds left. Army crawl forward to the belly. Oof. Bringing the legs together behind you. Finding your way back onto your mat, into your embryo pose. Knees are together. Hips come to heels. Arms straight beside you. Palms face the sky. And you're going to feel that beautiful release in the back body, the lower back. It should feel amazing. Again, this is just our posture that we come into to pause, to reset, but it also feels really, really good. All right, gently come on up. We're going to move into some more hip work. And then we're gonna close out class. So I'm gonna have you guys come into downward facing dog. Let's do it. Downward facing dog, again, checking in with your body. This is getting easier, maybe. Maybe you feel a little more stretched out at this down dog at this point. All right. Let's jump through to a seat. Boom. All right, before we get into some hip stuff, I want us to do caterpillar. Let's do this first. Take a nice deep breath in. First, grab the flesh from the sit bones. Big breath in. Bring the hands up over the head. And then just melt down over, reaching for your feet. If you have blocks, you can stack them on your knees, on your thighs, your shin bones. So this is caterpillar, and just let your feet flop open to the side. Allow your shoulder blades to just melt open behind you. Palms face the sky. Close your eyes. Breathe. We don't stay too long in this one. This just feels really good. This simple posture. On your next exhale, gently just come on up. All right, now we're gonna take the right leg over the left. So I said right, maybe it's your left. Okay. All right, maybe it looks like my left leg, whatever. All right, nice tall spine here. Now, some of us, this is all we're gonna do, right? And this is what it looks like from the front. Just pulling that in, you're getting a beautiful stretch. And some of us, that's where we're gonna stay. The second step in this is to move this leg behind, okay? And you're trying to keep both your hip bones on the floor. So for some of us, this is our posture. This is where we're gonna be. But the ultimate in this posture, this is shoelace. The ultimate shoelace, I guess I should say, is just coming forward, coming onto the knees, and then sinking back in between the feet. So you're trying to keep the hip bones on the floor, both of them. All right, hello. And I didn't bring my block, and I'm sorry I can't demonstrate that, but if you have blocks, just come on forward, rest on those blocks. All right, people, yogi people, are you ready for this one? This is 2 minutes starting now, maybe 3, depending on how I feel. Nice and easy. Sometimes grabbing behind your back and hinging forward kind of gives your hands something to do, or you can rest them in front. Thirty seconds left. With each inhale, we lengthen. With each exhale, we go deeper. Let that happen in this posture. Friends, gently come on up. Woo. Let's unwind those legs. Give them a little bit of a shake. Woo. And we're going to take the left leg, the other leg in, bring it over, and set it up in your posture, however that looks, for shoelace on the opposite side. So come down in between those heels. We're going to start 2 minutes right now. breath. Breathing into the tightness. Just allowing that connective tissue to release and melt around your muscles and joints. About 30 seconds left. Gently press yourself up to a seat and unwind your legs. Give them a little bit of a shake. Okay, guys, gals. From here, let's go ahead and come all the way down to the mat. Giving yourself a big stretch. Can you see me? I think you can. I don't know. Nice deep breath in, and now let's hug in our knees into our body, and maybe giving ourselves a little low back massage by rolling the knees around, moving the knees around in a circle, both directions. Beautiful. Let's take happy baby. Go ahead and grab the inner arches of your feet, open the legs, bend the knees, and press your knees towards the floor. You can also have a grip on the outer edge of your foot if that's easier, if that feels better. And maybe swaying back and forth over that spine. Straightening out the legs if you want. And bringing those legs back into the middle. We're going to take some supine spinal twists. Release your left leg to the floor. Hug that knee in, take a little sip of air in. And on your next exhale, we're going to guide the knee over to the left as you look to the right for supine spinal twist. So try to keep your right shoulder as close to the floor as you can. Awesome. Let's come back to the center. Squeeze in, take a sip of air. On your next exhale, release your left leg to the mat. Go ahead and inhale here. And then on the exhale, gently guide your left leg over to the right as you look to the left for supine spinal twist. Gently bring the legs back to center. Squeeze it in one last time. This time, squeeze everything in as tight as you can get, like every part of you. Tight, tight, tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a sip of air in. And then on your next exhale breath, find your way into Shavasana. Final surrender. So as you're laying in your Shavasana, I'm going to turn up the music just a little bit. Enjoy this last bit of class, soaking up all the goodness you did for your body and your mind today. Knowing that with practice, this yin practice will get easier. You will get more flexible. And the bonus is you'll probably not get injured as easily, if at all, in other things that you do. Maybe you're a runner, cyclist, swimmer, whatever it is, you can always complement your sports with yin. Something everyone can do. And modifications are the key. So as you rest in your Shavasana, breathe in good. Just breathe it in. Just breathe it in. All the good thoughts. And on the exhale breath, let go of anything weighing you down. Anything that doesn't serve you, let it go with each exhale breath. The world's crazy right now. You can step away from the crazy and enter into the yin, into the peace, into the quiet, into the stillness anytime. Just take your mat, get in a quiet spot, and just be. Friends, feel free to stay here in this Shavasana for as long as you want. It's been a pleasure being your guide. Thank you so much for allowing me into your lives this afternoon, this evening, this night, whenever you're taking this. It's always a pleasure. From my heart to yours, I'm going to hinge forward to seal in the practice. Namaste.